Mystery, I call upon you to bless this altar at this time of the very rare, very special, very auspicious Sun, Venus, Cazimi, very long lasting, over 50 hours from yesterday, which was January the 5th, today into January the 6th. It goes on till the 8th, actually, and 6 to the 8th, yes, 16 degrees plus Capricorn, the sacred marriage of the Sun and Venus, which happens every year and a half. The last time it happened, it was in Gemini in June 2024. So Venus is making one of her star points, and it's a very, very long-lasting Cazimi. So we were getting really, really big blessings here. There's the goddess Lakshmi. She's a form of Venus. So I call upon the sacred powers of the East, the powers of fire, power of spirit, illumination, enlightenment, the planet Venus, Aphrodite, great mother, great goddess, goddess of love and beauty and harmony and the arts, relationships, union, luxury, and the goddess of war as she transitions from her beautiful evening star, when she's in her lover's phase, into the morning star. This is what her star point is about right now. As the morning star, she's the goddess of war. So she heralds war. So to have the US invade Venezuela right on that full moon, 13 Cancer, on the US sun, on the Venezuelan sun, on the 3rd was very, very auspicious to mark Venus going into her warrior phase. So if you have any planets at 16 plus degrees of Capricorn, a Cazimi it's called in Latin, it's a very, very tight orb. When any planet is sitting right exactly in the heart of the sun, the seat of the sun, and the throne, it's an alchemical, beautiful golden transformation, golden blessings, vibration. To tune into that, Venus, the gilded tongued, gilded beauty, the golden touch, the goddess of everything wonderful, to have her station at this point right now for such a long time. We really need this right now. Oh, I call upon you, beautiful Venus, beautiful goddess rising from the sea foam, Aphrodite, naked in your beauty, created by the sea foam, the sperm of Uranus, and is castrated his father's testicles. Kronos, it's part of the ancient Greek mythology. So beautiful Venus, who brings all good things into our lives to shine bright with the gold, helps us to get centered in ourselves. I call upon you, Venus, to come and be here with me in this circle and in my heart, and for all of the children, especially my beautiful grandson and all the children of the world, my son, my daughter, all my family, my husband, everybody who I love the most. And I call upon the sacred powers of water, of the south, of the priestesses of cups, of the innocence of the child, the inner child who needs healing, who needs safety, the goddess Diana, the waters of the womb, the waters of the soul, the waters of feeling, the waters of flow and ebb, the waters that wash everything clean, the waters of birth, from which all life came, from the womb of the oceans, the salty tears and sweat, our blood, all of those fluids, all of those emotional bodies, security, safety, nurturing, nourishment, food, harmony, families, mothers, children, the unbroken bond of the mother and child. We call upon healing for all of the children, for all of the generations, to feel safe and secure and held on the breast and the bosom and the nurturing milk of human kindness from the mother, from the great mother, to feel that sense of safety. And we call upon the powers of the west, of the earth, and the sign of Capricorn, earth, physical, tangible. We feel it, we touch it, we taste it, we sense it. Earth energy, practical, manifestation in the meat body, the powers of physical strength and purpose and manifestation, building, security, the home, securing the home. The earthy energy is feminine, it's yin, traditionally ruled by the planet Saturn, which is originally the great mother, building the bones of the soul for the human child in the womb. Saturn, the teacher of time, the teacher of limits, the teacher of hardships and obstacles and maturity and testing. We honor you, Saturn, for bringing us the skills to climb the highest mountains, to attain our goals, to be strong in our bones, in our gut wisdom. So we call upon all the goddesses, Isis, Astarte, Diana, Hecate, Demeter, Kali, Inanna, Kuan Yin, Lakshmi, Tara, to come and be here with us in all of your thousands of names, with all of your thousands of breasts, to bring healing and sustenance and loving our physical bodies, because we came here to manifest the physical and the emotional bodies. We call upon our sense of maturity and loving, being grounded. It's spirit that longs to come to earth. That's the spiritual energy. The great mother, the great void, the great all that is, yearns to come into spirit, from spirit into the flesh, and to enjoy all the beauty of the flesh and the experiences in the physical world that we learn from. We call upon all the powers of the air and the mind and thinking and analysis and seeing how things work with our minds and intention, and the higher master teachers like Jupiter, the higher master teachers of sacred law, and the Squanese, the beings from all the outer spaces, and Three-Eye Atlas, and all of the Pleiadians, the Arcturians, all of the great civilizations that are at our beckoning and beyond. And the wisdom of Sophia and the ability to discern and to communicate and to learn and to think through and to see through all the illusions. We open our minds to sensing new ways of thinking and new ways of communicating. And we call upon the powers of the as above. So as above us, the sun, Venus, tomorrow, Venus and Mars. On Friday, the sun and Mars, and then they all oppose Jupiter. And that's very interesting. On the weekend, on Saturday, they will oppose Jupiter at 20 degrees of Cancer. Very important station. So to amp up all of the energies of this very great triple conjunction is very, very auspicious. So Jupiter retrograde in Cancer, again, amplifying the message of emotional security and healing and safety and nurturing and healing the wounded child and healing all of the children in the world as we reach a new stage in our development in 2026. And I call upon all of the alien benevolent beings also to come and help us right now as we're in this very crux of a time, a major change. So anybody who has planets between 16 and 19 degrees of Capricorn, you get the exact hit. The aspects have to be very tight, within 17 seconds of either side of the heart of the sun, for Mars as well, for any planet. And then that opposition is not totally exact, but pretty close. And so anybody who has planets squaring 90 degrees from, I would say, 16 to 20 degrees Capricorn, and 16 to 20 degrees Cancer, and 16 to 20 degrees Aries, and 16 to 20 degrees Libra, you are definitely in that cardinal, what they call a cardinal grand cross. So you'll be feeling this energy. You know, it's been very intense, and then planets are out of bounds, and then Neptune will re-enter Aries to stay on January 26th. So we're just past the equinox, just past solstice, It's the beginning still of the return of the light. We're mainly seeing days being a bit shorter, a bit longer right now. It's going to take another couple weeks till we visibly see the days get longer. So, calling upon blessings for love in your heart, for compassion, for creativity. Venus rules artists. You know, Neptune is the higher octave of Venus. So, as Neptune re-enters Aries on January 26th, it's very important for all Aries, for all Pisces, for Venus ruled Libra and Taurus as well. They're going to take their lead from Neptune in Aries, followed by Saturn on February 13th, 14th. And then, of course, that Saturn-Neptune conjunction, very, very rare, on February 20th for the first time in over 6,000 years at 0 degrees of Aries. So leading up to these big, big transits, big changes, say your prayers for what you want to bring into your life. You know, look at what house these big conjunctions happen in. You know, I'm going to write something about the different houses. For me, it's in my second house of tools, of resources, of self-worth, of sales and communications to some extent as well. It's what I own. It represents tangible things. It's like Taurus overall. So it's trining an earth sign. So it's good for me to get grounded, to stay grounded, to be practical, resourceful, long-term goals, my legacy in a way. And maturity, and bringing all of that into focus. So I'm here to help guide you to transition through these major changes. You know, the effects of a transit like this last into the next few months of the year. And there is a wheel of all the different dates. I'm not going to go through them right now. And then Venus will turn retrograde in the latter part of the year as well. So breathe into your heart chakra, breathe love into yourself, into your heart, into your willpower. That's the third chakra, willpower. It's your arende. It's where you connect with the outer world. Your spirit connects with the outer world. So give yourself a big golden blessing. You have the golden touch. This is like alchemy when the two planets fuse, the sun and Venus. Tomorrow, Venus and Mars, and then the sun and Mars on Friday. So very, very auspicious week. And then their opposition to Jupiter on the weekend on Saturday will definitely amp that up. So if you want to get in touch with me, I'm at tarottarot.com, sending you many blessings of the day.